played here. I'm gonna count down from 3 to 1. Ooh, can everybody hear me now? And when I get to 0, I want everybody to shout what they think my ethnicity is. It's a fun game. It's a safe space. I want everybody to say something. I don't want one guy to go like, oh, he's clearly Austrian, because it's not true. My muscles are not that big. All right, everybody ready? 3, 2, 1. Mixed. Did you guys say mixed? I'm not duo-penati. My name is Mark Pichel, first name French, last name Spanish. Yay. My mother's half Belgian, half Dutch. And my dad's a civil engineer. That's where I got these looks and some brains. He also happens to be half Indonesian, half Chinese. That means that I really like tasty, spicy food, right? But I have this very delicate, fragile, white stomach. You know? It's a curse and a blessing at the same time. But it also made it very difficult to blend in the Netherlands, you know? It started with simple things like celebrating Sinterklaas with my friends for the first time at their house. And I found out they don't make their own toys, right? What a wonderful culture. Amazing. Or when I invited them over to my place and my mom, who was this proud Dutch woman, she'd be like cooking the family recipe, which she specifically developed for us. Kung Pao bitterballen. Got me a lot of friends in the Netherlands immediately. But for my dad's work, we did have to move, so I was kind of relieved, you know? I thought like, okay, where am I gonna really blend in, you know? And he said, we're going to Africa. I don't know if anyone's been to Africa. I don't blend in there very well. I found out first day of school, I'm like walking past the class and I see through the glass this whole room of kids looking at the teacher like super excited, you know, because I'm coming apparently. And then as soon as I enter, I see this biggest kid, he's like, "Well, it's the white devil!" And I was so shocked. You know, first time in my life someone accused me of being white. It was a strange feeling. I didn't feel privileged. But I did try to make friends, and my mother did her best. She sort of adapted our family recipe. She made chakalaka bitterballen. Kind of a bit more of a brew, you know. But also I didn't really fit in there, you know. So I was very happy when my dad said, you know, we're going to Hong Kong next year. And I thought, okay, wait. I have some sort of roots there. So, and my mother said, you know, Mark, I know what you have to do. You have to learn Kung Fu. She knows a lot about the world. So, what better place to learn Kung Fu, right, than Africa? A year later, we moved to Hong Kong, right? I find out on the first day I don't fit in school, right? I'm in the schoolyard, I'm walking around. 3 of these kids come up to me and they're like, "Hey! Fake Chinese! Go back to your own country!" And I thought, this is it. I'm going to show them I'm one of them, right? So I beat the shit out of them because turns out not all Asians know Kung Fu, right? But joke's on me, right? The biggest bully is lying there, he's pointing at me, he goes like, "I know you fake, that's karate." It was kind of a downer, you know. I figured, okay, maybe I have a better chance in the Netherlands if I take it more seriously. So luckily we went back, Netherlands high school. First few days, nothing happened. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe something changed. Check my skin color, nope. These features, still the same, until the first math lesson, right? I hear someone laughing in the back. Do you know what I'm gonna say next? If you do, you're a racist. No, so I'm sitting there super quiet. This big guy next to me goes, "Hey, if x squared equals 3, what's y?" And I'm like, "Dude, I don't know." And he goes, "Aren't you Asian? You know math, right?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm half Asian. I only know fractions." After that, it's just downhill, you know? It's like one insult after the other, like, "Oh, you're so short, you must have a short memory," you know? Or, "I'm gonna call you Bruce, because you're like the son of Bruce Lee and Bruce Willis." Okay, that's good to know. But the worst ones were the creepy ones where I'm like in the shower and then someone goes, "Hey, you know that midsection of yours? Oof, they should call you Cock Asian." Those were just the teachers. But it's okay, I'm a teacher now, right? I can get back at the world. give back to the world. So I do explain people things nowadays. I also noticed that this actually also has some advantages, you know. I get to date down, for example, not genetically, age-wise. I'm not a creep. Let that sink in. Well, I do look a lot younger, right? You think I'm like 39, I'm actually 40. So it's like a whole different decade, right? And I do notice some advantages, you know, compared to my old high school bullies. Most of them are like widowed, dead, or I'm dating their daughter, right? Amazing time. I met one of those on this Dutch dating app, what's it called? Tiki. Yeah. You know the Dutch. They go nowhere without that app. I think, to be honest, and this is just between us, I think the Dutch invented Tiki. Thank you for that round of applause. I think the Dutch invented Tiki as sort of a compensation for losing sort of slavery, you know, because they still feel like we took something away, and Tiki sort of makes things even, you know what I mean? You don't know what I'm talking about. Let me ask you this. What's the Dutch's favorite game to play during Christmas? It's a board game. Nobody?
Monopoly.
Really? What? I guess I have different Dutch friends. So it's Colonists. Colonists of Catan, obviously.
That makes sense.
Yes. Right? Worst place or worst game ever to play during Christmas, right? Colonization game for a colonizer. Oh, dear Lord. But anyway, I do like dating their daughters. I noticed that a lot of them are very well educated. You know, last one was this up and coming